Are you 50 years old and really don't know how you're going to retire? Well, in today's video, we're going to go over everything. We're going to go over everything that you literally need to do to put yourself in a position to retire. It's not too late. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm Credit Coach Q, and I create the first cloud-based software that allows you to put your credit repair experience into your own hands. In today's video, I'm super excited because I have a banger. In today's video, we're going to talk about retirement. It's not something that we really discuss in this country a lot, but I feel like it's definitely a needed topic, especially with the course of action that we're taking. But before we get into the video, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. It allows us to reach a wider audience, and it allows YouTube to push this content within their algorithm that allows us to keep these lights on. Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's dive straight into the meat and potatoes of this video. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about savings, we're going to talk about investments, we're going to talk about assets, we're going to talk about a lot of different variations and options that you can use to put yourself in a position for retirement. Guys, if you are over 40, 45, 50 years old and is really scratching your head for retirement, so retirement is not really in the window of reality right now because you don't really have a longevity when it comes to any type of career, or it doesn't have a lot of savings, reserves, or anything like that, this video is going to be great for you. It's going to be a lot of meat and potatoes. So let's dive straight in to the meat and potatoes of this video. So the first thing that we're going to talk about today that I want you to really understand is to not panic. Don't panic about the situation, and understand that it is a lot of time on the clock that we have to put yourself in a position for retirement. Now, with that being said, I want you to understand that making money in this day and age is moving the fastest that has ever moved in the history of this country. So that means that basically you can get rich the fastest, people are becoming millionaires the fastest, and people are putting themselves in position for retirement the fastest. So only thing that you have to do is put yourself in that position. You have to put yourself on the train for success. So that really dives me into the next option. I want you guys to really change your mindset. If you are not in a position of retirement right now, then I'm going to need for you to do that. And a lot of that is going to weigh heavily on your perspective and mindset. So guys, I want you to understand that this is going to have to be a mindset shift. If you want something that you never had, you have to do something that you never done. So you have to put yourself in a position where you are going to shift your mindset into a saving, more financial literate position. So that is going to be the first and foremost, most important aspect of this video, is the mindset change. A mindset change can give your whole lifestyle a dramatic push in a dramatic different direction in any course of action. So guys, I want you to process a different trajectory of mindset. Now, when I say mindset, I mean financial literacy. So I mean saving, I mean cutting down on spending, adding more income, and putting yourself in the position of learning finances. All of those variables are going to put you in a great position. So let's dive straight in. So the first variable that is going to be important, if it's not as important as mindset, is cutting your expenses. Guys, we make a lot more money than we actually realize, but because we do not put ourselves in positions of saving or put ourselves in positions to cut our expenses for things that we necessarily don't need, is going to be one of the biggest variables that I need you guys to change. Now, when I say cutting your expenses, I'm basically telling you to put yourself in a position to evaluate your expenses. So what I want you to do is I want you to get yourself a chart. Inside of the chart, I want you to write down 3 variables. I want you to write down expenses I need, expenses I don't need, and expenses I can trade off. So inside of the column, you're basically going to put everything that you have ever spent on a monthly basis. You're going to put all of your monthly expenses, I mean every nick and cranny of your monthly expense. I mean all of the food that you eat. I mean if you have laundry, if you wash your car, and if you pay for the monthly subscription, put all of that down, because like I said, you make more money than you actually realize. I'm talking about the food, everything. If you have to go through the bank statement, you're gonna have to do this. You have to roll up your sleeve and put your finances and put you in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances, guys. That's the only way that the trajectory of this is going to change as fast enough where you're going to put yourself in a position for retirement. Now, I do want to give you guys a disclaimer. This is not any financial advice. This is things that I would personally do if I was 45 years old, which I'm not yet. But if I was 45, 50 years old and I didn't have any type of retirement, any type of reserves, any type of assets, I will put myself in these type of positions. And because this is my channel, I'm going to give you guys my perspective, not financial advice. So I want you guys to cut your expenses. So after you write down everything that's on that list, you're going to see exactly how much you're actually spending on a monthly basis. And this is going to give you a greater perspective on the things that you could cut out. So what you're going to be looking for in that list is items that you necessarily don't need. I mean every little small item. I mean instead of going to Starbucks, if you need coffee, buy coffee from the grocery store, or buy McDonald's cheap coffee, where you don't have to spend Starbucks. And that is just an example, but you're going to be looking for added luxuries like that that's going to be on that list that you can transfer over to the section where you do not need it. So you're going to write down every literal item that you are spending on a monthly basis: Netflix, Hulu, gas station expenses, food, main expenses, and you're going to see everything. And then you're going to just transition over everything that you do not necessarily need. Excuse me. That can be Hulu subscriptions, that can be Starbucks, that can be fast food. You're going to probably realize that fast food is going to be probably one of the biggest expenses that we normally expend. We spent a lot of money on fast food, a lot more money than we actually realized. And when I did my finances for the first time and realized how much I was spending on fast food, it blew my mind. So guys, fast food is probably going to be one of the biggest takeaways from that list, from things that you can cut out on. Start cooking, learn how to cook, because this is going to be a grinding couple of years to put us in the position where we have assets, put us in the position where we can actually retire. Okay, so cut the expenses, guys. That is going to be one of the biggest things. Now, the third most important aspect of this video is going to be investing. Invest the extra. So you want to basically find out what you are spending the extra on. If it's $5 extra on Starbucks, if it's $10 extra on Hulu, if it's any extras in on that list, you want to take it away. Now, the liquidity, the capital from that extra is not going to stay inside the bank account. We don't want to keep it inside the bank account, because that is going to put us in a position where we're going to deal with stagnation. You don't want anything stagnant, because inflation is moving too fast. If your bank account is stagnant and inflation is moving the pace that it is, your inflation is going to suck the reserves out of the bank account and ultimately make the reserves not really worth keeping there. So anything that you find extra inside the bank account after you do everything on the what you don't need list, all of those reserves that's extra on that do not need list is going to go into your assets. It's going to go into your investment portfolio. So if I'm going to give you guys two takeaways for starting to invest the extras. You can go into, if you have a job, if you've been on the job for a few years, and if they have accumulated a 401k for you, you want to ask more about the program. You want to make sure that the 401k is a great 401k program because everyone is different. But if you do have a job that cares about you and love you, they probably are matching your 401k. So the added extra that's going on Starbucks or on stupid coffee, you can be putting that into your 401k and actually getting it matched. So instead of putting the $5 in Starbucks, you can put that $5 into your 401k if they're matching it. And instead of making $5 or saving $5, you're actually saving $10 towards the retirement. So that is a great, and it's not going to be $5. That's just one item that we're saving on. We're going to have multiple, right? So every item that we have, we're going to have a list of the reserves that we should have left over if we do not spend it on those necessarily items. And if whatever that is going to be what we take to the 401k to be matched. Now, like I said, you do your own due diligence on your 401k program and make sure that it's worth investing more money into, because like I said, all of them is different. Now, if you do not have a 401k, if you never heard of a 401k, if you're not working currently, you can get what is called a Roth IRA. I'm sorry, it's a Roth IRA. And it's basically an account that allows you to basically save money that's tax-free, but also put yourself in a position where you can invest into some of the most popular and most prominent businesses in this country. You don't have to pick and choose stocks, especially if you haven't had any experience or learned the stock game, but you can pick long-term hold. So you can get a Roth IRA account and basically accumulate some of the most popular companies in this country, like Apple, Google, Facebook, and get literally 25 to 50 companies similar to that and use them for long-term holds. Now, I don't know if you've been watching any of the stocks, but a lot of these stocks has been up dramatically in the last 5 to 10 years. So if you are holding some of these long-term holds for these companies, you're putting yourself in a position to get long-term gains, especially if it's tax-free. So look into Roth IRAs. I'm not telling you to instantly do it. I'm telling you to always do due diligence, but it is an option and it is a lucrative one. Now, another option which you can look into, crypto. Now, I know crypto is kind of scammy, if you ask me. It's hit or miss, but if you know what you're doing with crypto, you can make a lot of money and ultimately become a millionaire in futures to come. And basically, how I can explain this is you want to look for cryptos that is part of the future agenda. You want to make sure that you are buying assets on the blockchain that is going to be beneficial for the future of this world. Companies like Algorand, companies like XRP, companies like Ethereum, Bitcoin. But I don't really like Ethereum, Bitcoin, because if you are not an early investor, it's really hard to become very rich or retire from a Bitcoin, because it's already very expensive and you cannot really accumulate a nice bag because the products are already expensive. So you want to do some due diligence on companies that you could potentially get into early, where they are getting the ball basically rolling, and it is a company that is going to be here for a while because it has utility cases. Utility cases is going to be the number one name that you need to look out for when it comes to picking crypto assets, because the more utility case and use case that we can use for worldly events and worldly endeavors, the more beneficial and potential that you will have for yielding on those assets. So guys, look into crypto assets as well, as there has been a lot of fast multimillionaires in the crypto space, and it's a way for you can accumulate a nice bag and potentially retire if you do some due diligence and pick a winner. Now, the last thing that you want to do in this is get more income, right? You want to basically get more income that you currently have. If you're not in a position where you're accumulating a lot of income on your job right now, you want to get multiple hustles. You can get into Ubering, you can get into freelancing, you can get into different fields where you can basically get a side hustle and put yourself in a position to stack that money and invest it where you are basically accumulating the bag for your retirement plan. See, guys, I told you this is not really over. The way money works now, it works very fast, and all you really have to do is enough due diligence and put your money in smart and safe places when it comes to investing. Now, like I said, this is not financial advice, but it is advice that I would normally do and have done to put myself in a position to be financially free. I don't need to work. I can retire in a couple of years if I need to or if I wanted to, but I like working. I like what I do, but it is things that I have displayed in this video that I have done personally to put myself in a position where I don't have to necessarily worry about finances for years to come. So yeah, guys, put yourself in these positions. So I'm gonna go over it a little bit. So first thing you want to do is change your mindset. Put yourself in a position where you are reading positive affirmations to yourself and bringing good energy. Anything that you sow, you will reap a harvest from it. So you want to make sure that you're putting good energy out and make sure that you are changing the mindset when it comes to your finances. That's first and foremost. Second is cut the expenses. Cut it out. Formulate a table where it is going to show you every expense that you're making, and you're going to put things that you don't need away. You're going to cut the subscriptions, you're going to cut it out, and the added income that you take from that is going to go to your investment. So that's going to go to the third. The third is going to be the investment, the 401k, Roth IRA, crypto assets, freelancing, things like that. You want to put yourself in a position where you want to put your money in a position where it's gaining interest, it's gaining value, and it's appreciating over time and is moving with the inflation. The last thing is going to be increase your income. Increasing your income is going to be one of the only options that you're going to have to catch the race for retirement in years to come. If you do all of these things, guys, I am more than confident that in 5 to 7 years, it will be more than enough time for you to put your assets and your capital in a position where you can not only retire, but not have to worry about things like this in the future. Guys, if you have any questions about any of this information, please leave it in the comments below. Let me know how you feel about retirement. Do you feel like it is something that is going to be something easy in the future, or something that's going to be harder as the years go by? But let us know in the comments and actually put us in a position where we can help you. If you found any of this information helpful, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, it helps us reach a wider audience and allows us to leave these lights on. Guys, until next time, take care of your credit and take care of yourself. Credit Coach Q out.